It's not on mute. I'm just savoring it in a little bit. I want to first. I want to make sure we all listen to this rant, right? In case you haven't heard the rant on YouTube already. Let's go ahead and listen to it right now. I'll get close to my mic and we can listen together. How about that?
All right, let me get this straight, because I want to make sure this is clear in my head. Because there's like a Floyd Mayweather lynch mob going on around here.
There's a Floyd Mayweather Jr. lynch mob. I mean, Floyd Mayweather Jr. got to pick his opponent. He's going to make, what, like a $40 million, $30 million, whatever, $1 million guarantee, no matter if the pay-per-view flops or not. It's an easy fight that he picked on purpose. Yeah. That's fine.
I just want to make sure I got all the information correct. Now, Floyd Mayweather is fighting Andre Berto. Okay, we got that correct. And the whole world is up and roar about him fighting Andre Berto.
I wonder why. I mean, why wouldn't they just be excited about an Andre Berto fight?
When for the past, it had to be about a month or 2 months, you knew that Andre Berto was a possible opponent for him to be fighting, right? Now that it's official, everybody got a problem with it. And I said, well, what's the problem?
Wait a minute. Maybe I missed something. Maybe, hold on. Maybe I completely, like the train just passed by. Like, what's going on? I literally just missed it. Like, when did this happen? When did the whole, like, when we knew it was a possibility and everybody was excited about Berto being a possible opponent for Mayweather? When, like, I guess I missed a train. Like, I know I haven't been around much, but I don't remember that train, man. Like, I never had the opportunity to even get on that train. I completely missed the train. I mean, I don't remember that train. It just... There was a time where people were actually excited about Berto when we knew he was a possible opponent. There was a time that people didn't have a problem with it. Like, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. All right, because last I heard, the reaction was overwhelming. Yeah, that fight sucks. You know what I mean? Like, the fight sucks. I know Mayweather fans that are saying this fight sucks. Okay? In fact, a lot of you are saying it without actually saying it. Like, you actually say it. Right? In fact, Carcino says it. Let's move on.
With Andre Berto as an opponent. And well, Berto man, he been knocked out like every fight he been in. I'm like, he hasn't. He's only been stopped once.
Against who? Against Jesus Sotocaras. Beat his ass. Okay, that was an ass beating by Jesus Sotocaras. It's not like Berto was like doing his thing, and it was like a back and forth fight, and bam, Berto got knocked out. No, it was like a beat down. Like Berto was getting beat down, picked apart. He was getting picked apart, and then he just got stopped, and it went on clear streak. Like Berto was like walking like the other side of the ring and shit. I don't know where I am. Fucking eyes all puffed up. And then he did that speech. He gave a speech how he puts it on the line. And look, I'll give Berto this. The dude's a warrior. He's tough. He comes to fight. Right? But he's a boxer. I hate when people say that shit. Well, he comes to fight. That's kind of like part of the deal. When you become a fighter, you come to fight. All right, it's stupid. No, I like to fight. Berto, he comes to fight. Like, no shit. Like, he comes, really, he comes to fight. I thought that was in the job description or something. I mean, that's like saying, I like that mailman. Like, he delivers the mail, Like, what does that mean, man? Like, yeah, that cashier guy at McDonald's, I'm down with that guy. Like, when you give him a debit card, he charges it. Anyway, let's continue.
Soto Carras. He got dropped. He lost 3 of his last, 5? Or something like that. He lost 3 of his last 5 fights, man. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you're saying it yourself. Like, he's saying it himself, but it's, classic projection. Classic projection. Unable to see for himself. Like, what's wrong with this fight? It's unbelievable.
He should be fighting no guy that lost 3 of his last 4 fights. He shouldn't. How many fights did Pacquiao lose? Got knocked out by Marquez. Got a defeat by Timothy Bradley. I mean, he came back with Brandon Rios, Bradley, and then Chris Algieri.
Okay, so let's talk about that, right? Because all of a sudden, you see, this is amazing to me, right? That this is amazing. Actually, let's finish listening to it real quick.
Who nobody watched beforehand or seen do anything other than, and he was in a pay-per-view fight with Manny Pacquiao after fighting Ruslan Provodnikov. But that's okay. But let's
Hold on. Why are we talking about Manny Pacquiao? Like, I mean, classic projection. This is classic, right? It's a human phenomenon, actually, right? He started talking about Manny Pacquiao. He starts breaking down Manny Pacquiao's resume and what Manny Pacquiao this and Manny Pacquiao's not fighting Andre Berto, right? And if Manny Pacquiao had fought Andre Berto, I'm sure Carcino would have given him all the credit in the world, right? I mean,
hang Floyd Mayweather for fighting Andre Berto, who's 30-3 with 27. What he got? 23 knockouts. 7 people only went the distance with him, and he gonna throw his hands and fight. So you don't want to see him, but it's okay to see Manny Pacquiao, who got 5 losses and been knocked out 3 times. He ain't got.
classic. You see, this is amazing. I mean, never mind that 2 of Manny Pacquiao's knockouts are way early in his career, And then never mind that Manny Pacquiao has defeated, the dude that most recently knocked him out. Controversial or not, he has victories over him. Never mind that Manny Pacquiao avenged his loss to Timothy Bradley, a loss in which most feel Pacquiao won the first fight anyway. All right? So with that said, see, I mean, that didn't take that long to break down. All right? The fight sucks. Okay? There's no crusade against Mayweather because this fight sucks. Okay? There's no connection. There's no connection with this, that, or the other. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing. Go listen to it for yourself. All right? Carcino says in the video, shut up and just buy the fight because you're going to watch. Right? Now, look, unfortunately, the truth is a lot of you are going to watch it. Right? Me, I'm going to watch it. I'm just not going to pay for it. Like, but I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna pay for it. You see what I mean? Now, not to say that this pay per view won't do okay, but to be honest with you, it's going to do worse than the Maidana fights and the Guerrero fight in pay per view buys. It really is. Now, look, while I understand that the whole Ronda Rousey thing, bringing her up, and her bringing up Mayweather for publicity, blah 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 blah, I get it to a certain degree. Okay, you guys should probably keep it down a little bit, right? You should probably keep it down before the whole world starts calling for that fight even more. Okay, because the last thing you need is your hero getting judo thrown, right, and then submitted in the octagon, right? I mean, Mayweather won't fight in the octagon. That would be stupid. Okay, and no, I'm not here to say that Rousey Mayweather should be something people should be talking about, right? And or what have you. I mean, I'm against domestic violence. So Rousey beating up on Mayweather is not a good thing. Mayweather's not an MMA fighter, but maybe you should keep it down a little bit. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I understand that she can't keep, the media brings it up and, they're making a thing about it, right? But the truth is, right, yes, Mayweather's in the limelight, and he's this big name, and a lot of people don't like him because he's a jackass. If we're honest, the dude's a little bit of a jackass, right? He's not a likable guy. Okay, a lot of you make it sound like he's some likable dude or something. He's not, right? Terrific fighter. I think Mayweather's a great fighter, right? And I'm a hater because I want to see Mayweather fight a better opponent. Does it have to be hating? Does it have to be hating to just say, I just want to see Mayweather in there against a better opponent than Andre Berto? Is it hating because you want to see a fighter of the caliber of Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight the best available option? That's not hating. I mean, God forbid that we want a great fight. God forbid that we want the best possible matchup out there. But it's hating that this type of shit. It's what's driving people away from boxing. Okay? This is why you got guys like Conor McGregor now doing over 1 million buys, people. Okay? Yeah. This is why possibly Ronda Rousey did over 1 million buys. This is why a lot of people are starting to steer away from boxing, all right, and steer towards UFC. Do I personally believe that UFC is a superior product as far as the sport goes than boxing? Personally, no, I don't, all right? Not to say that I don't respect MMA, right? I think boxing overall is a better sport. But the actual, like, the business of it, that you all like to just scream to the top of your lungs, and the business you don't understand, and the whole deserve this and it deserve that. Motherfucker has made hundreds of millions of dollars out of boxing fans, right? He's the one that owes us shit. It's not the other way around. Like, oh, he deserves to take an easy one, and we need to watch it. That's bullshit, right? It just is. And Carcino knows it is, right? It's just that, Carcino has Mayweather on his phone or whatever. He likes to call him. He wants to be cool with him, right? Let me tell you about this boxing media. Nobody in the boxing media is going to have the balls to ask Mayweather in his face. Okay, now keep in mind, this is the same media that supposedly is against Mayweather, and they don't like Mayweather. They have it in for Mayweather and all this bullshit. They're going to be sitting in that media room, and they're not going to ask him one time, I guarantee you. And if you find a film and you see it, all right, no one's going to be able to finish the sentence. Floyd, the public overwhelmingly does not like this fight. They did not ask for this fight. It was never on demand. In this imaginary world that Carcino's in his world, like, nobody had a problem with the Berto fight until it was signed, because people hate Mayweather so much that up until it was signed and official, now they had a problem with the fight. Like, last I heard, when the fight was just whispered about, people were not happy about it. There were some people even denying it. Like, he's not going to fight him. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. I think the real opponent's going to be announced later. You know, that's what people were saying. You know, and part of me actually felt that too. Like, he's not really going to fight Berto. All right, there's no way he's going to fight Berto. Right now, you got people saying vague shit like, "Oh yeah, this is a good fight." You know, Berto, he's a warrior. He comes to fight. Well, I would hope he comes to fight. It's kind of like the whole point of the sport, you know. I would think so. It's like saying that soccer player, you know, he kicks that ball, man. Like, I like that swimmer. Like, he really knows how to swim in the pool. You know, I don't know, man. Like I get it. Like, he's a warrior and he's tough, and you could all those things you could apply it to every guy in the top 10 and welterweight, right? And that's it. And yes, I understand there's bigger problems in the sport, man. Like, I get it, right? Oh, what about why don't you talk about Keith Thurman and why he's not fighting Errol Spence? That shit is like so stupid, right? Sure, why not? They could fight. I don't give a shit. Sure, if it makes you feel better. Hey, Keith Thurman, just fight fucking Errol Spence. There, okay? I'm not against the fight. You know, I'm not like, no, I don't think you should fight him at all. No, I don't want to see that fight. No. And Errol Spence hasn't deserved the shot. You know, like, stupid shit, right? All these dudes got to fight each other, all of them, including Mayweather. And Mayweather thinks he's done this and that. Then they get all the titles, retire, and get the hell out of the sport, and that's it. I mean, it's not that difficult of a concept, right? It's not hating because you want to see great fights. It's not hating because you want to see great matchups. It's not. I'm still amazed that they actually believe that people just started having a problem with a fight until it was signed and announced. Like, they actually believe that. Think about that. That's insane. You know, I mean, that is amazing. You know, and I'm not even saying, you know, Carcino in the same video is talking about how Ronda Rousey needs to move up and fight Cyborg. You know, like, your projection, right? The topic is Mayweather, and then you shift it and make it about somebody else. I mean, you're talking about a female MMA fighter. Like, you know what I mean? You're talking about that and what she should do. Yet we're trying to talk about Mayweather here. You know, it's classic. You know, this is a terrible fight. This is probably the worst pay-per-view fight in a while, and I'm not even bullshitting saying that. I mean, the fact that Berto is getting a shot, and you got guys like Carcino saying he's a live dog. All right, let me tell you something. If Mayweather has a hard time against Andre Berto, that would be embarrassing. Okay? I would laugh and say, God damn, he had trouble with Andre Berto. That's what I would say. All right? I mean, this is insane. Even if this shit was, like, hypothetically, like, free on CBS, I still wouldn't have watched. All right, I would have gone somewhere. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to pay for it. All right, I'm not going to pay for this fight. A lot of people are not going to pay for this fight. In fact, and CBS, like, knows it too. Like, they're not going to make money out of this fight. They're not. All right, I'll be interested to see how the ticket sales go. That will be very interesting. And like, for gamblers, this is a terrible fight. You know Mayweather's going to win. You can't put money on him. I mean, you're not going to put $10 million to hope to win less than $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen. and Berto's not going to win. So, like, sure, like the odds are big on Berto, but he's not going to win, right? And everybody knows he's not going to win. Everybody knows this fight sucks. Everybody. Even the ones defending the fight. When you're saying things like, well, Mayweather deserves an easy touch, or he deserves to pick whoever he wants in his last fight. You're admitting that the fight sucks. If it was a great fight, you wouldn't be saying those things. You would be saying, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is a great fight. I mean, look at the matchup, right? This is insane, man. This is by far what this is upsetting as a boxing fan, is what it is. You know, with all bullshit aside, whether you like me or you don't, okay, whether you're a Mayweather fan or you're not, okay, whether you hate Mayweather, whether you're a big fan of Mayweather, regardless of that, this is a terrible fight. Okay, it's a terrible fight if, or should be, if you're a big, true Mayweather fan, because it is an insult. It's an insult. Like, he's far too talented to be fighting Andre Berto right now. He just is. And if you hate Mayweather, then of course they want him to fight somebody who's a bigger threat. All right? Well, duh. That's the whole point of the sport. Like, somebody could dislike a fighter if they want, and they want to see him lose if they want. Right? That's just, you know, as long as they're honest about it. But, like, both sides of the spectrum, it's terrible. Andre Berto. You got, of course, you know, well, these Haitians are tough. Like, you know, and saying shit that he knows. Oh, yeah, Berto knows martial arts. Oh, yeah, like, you know, that's really going to help him in a boxing match. You know, it's, you know, where was the martial arts? Where was Berto's martial arts when he fought Soto Caras? Where was the martial arts then? You need to understand, when Showtime tweeted this, overwhelming disappointment. No one in this boxing media is going to have the balls to ask Mayweather in his face, why'd you pick this opponent? Or even tell him to his face, people are not happy about this fight. Nobody's going to do it. They're not going to do it because they're not going to get credentials. They want credentials to the fights. So it's bullshit, right? I mean, it's bad. This is not a good fight, right? Now, you know, granted, you know, he could fight whoever he wants and this and that. Cool, but I can call it a terrible fight if I want, you know. It's not, what do you want me to do, lie and say it's a great fight? Is that what you want? Oh, yeah, Andre Berto, I'm excited for this fight. Fuck yeah. You know what? I was already asking for this fight. I wanted this fight. You know, now that it's signed, I don't like it. Fuck that. Like, nobody, there was not one person alive that was all for this fight, and then it got signed, and just because they hate Mayweather, they started hating the fight. That person does not exist. Find me that person. That person doesn't exist. Peace out.